Hello students, I am here with the second part of integers. In the first part, I told you about integers. Now let's go through first part in brief here. Integers, the negative numbers, 0 and the positive numbers collectively form the family of integers. A number line, the numbers to the left of 0 are negative integers, while the numbers to the right of 0 are positive integers. 0 is neither positive nor negative. Number on the right on the number line is always greater than the number on the left on number line. Successor is obtained by adding 1 to the given number, while predecessor is obtained by subtracting 1 from the given number. We learned about two basic mathematical operations, addition and subtraction also. For addition, what is the basic rule for addition? If both the integers are of same sign, we add and keep that sign. If one integer is positive while other is negative, we subtract and we keep the sign of larger number. For the second mathematical operation, that is subtraction, we change the subtraction sign to addition sign and change the sign of the second number. Now use the rule of addition to get the answer. Basically, subtraction problem is converted into addition problem. We also dealt with the properties associated with addition and subtraction of integers. Addition and subtraction are closed for integers. Addition of two integers follow commutative law, while subtraction does not follow. Addition for integers follow associative law, while subtraction does not follow. 0 is the additive identity and minus a is the additive inverse of addition. Now, in the second part, we'll be dealing about the remaining two mathematical operations, multiplication and division. The concepts which will be covered are multiplication of integers, division of integers, properties of multiplication and division for integers. Now we can see that 4 plus 4 is 8. 4 when added 2 times gives 8 and 4 into 2 is also 8. 4 plus 4 plus 4 means 4 added 3 times gives 12 and 4 into 3 is also 12. 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 means 4 added 4 times gives 16 and 4 into 4 is also 16 and so on so on. We observe that the value we get on adding repeatedly and that obtained by multiplication are same. So if we keep on adding like this, addition becomes very tedious. So to make it simple, instead of adding it so many times, 4 plus 4 can also be written as 4 into 2. 4 plus 4 plus 4 can also be written as 4 into 3. So we can say that multiplication is repeated addition. Multiplication of integers on number line. Let's consider the case when both the integers are positive. What does 4 into 3 mean? We have studied earlier that 4 into 3 means adding 3 4 times. That is, 4 into 3 is equal to 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 is equal to 12. On number line, 4 into 3 means 4 jumps of 3 steps each on the right side. Or we can also say that 3 jumps of 4 steps each on the right side. So the answer is 12 because after 4 jumps we are coming at 12 here. Consider the second case when one integer is positive and the other integer is negative. What does 3 into minus 4 mean? It means minus 4 added 3 times. 3 into minus 4 can be written as minus 4 plus minus 4 plus minus 4. On number line, it shows 3 jumps of 4 steps each on the left side of number line because 4 is negative, so on the left side on number line. So we ultimately come at minus 12, so 3 into minus 4 is minus 12. Let's see some set of numbers undergoing multiplication operation. Minus 2 into 3 is minus 6. Minus 2 into 2 is minus 4. Minus 2 into 1 is minus 2. Minus 2 into 0 is 0. Minus 2 into minus 1 is 2. Minus 2 into minus 2 is 4. The pattern increases by 2 with each row, and when both the integers become negative, it becomes positive. So product of a negative number and a negative number is positive. Product of two negative numbers is positive. Minus 4 into minus 3 still means minus 4 is added 3 times, but this time in opposite direction. Here is self-test 1, which we can again solve to see whether the concept is clear or not. When you multiply two or more numbers, the result is called the product here. There are two rules that you must know when you multiply integers. First is, when multiplying two numbers with the same sign, the product is positive. Means plus into plus is plus. Minus into minus is plus. When multiplying two numbers with different signs, the product is negative. So plus into minus is minus. Minus into plus is minus. Again, there are few questions for practice here based on products here. Properties of multiplication of integers. In this, we'll be dealing with closure property, commutative property, associative property, distributive property, multiplicative identity, and multiplication by zero. We'll deal with them one by one. Let's start with closure property. The product of two integers is an integer. Integers are closed under multiplication. In general, a into b is an integer. For example, minus 2 into 2. Minus 2 is an integer. 2 is also an integer. Their product is minus 4, which is also an integer. So we say that multiplication is closed for integers. Commutative property for multiplication. The product of two integers remain the same even if the order is changed. Multiplication is commutative for integers. In general, a into b is equal to b into a. Let's see this through an example. 2 into minus 3, it is minus 6. What about minus 3 into 2? That is also minus 6. So we say that commutative law, multiplication holds commutative law for integers. Associativity of multiplication. The product of three integers remain the same irrespective of their arrangements. In general, if a, b and c are three integers, then a into b into c is equal to a into b into c. Let's take an example for if we take three integers 2, 3 and 4. 3 and 4 first multiplied. 3 into 4 is 12. 12 into 2. 12 into minus 2 is what? Minus 24. While if we first multiply minus 2 and 3, then we get minus 6. Minus 6 into 4. 6 4s are 24 and then minus 9. It's minus 24. So we see that LHS and RHS is same. So we say that it holds associative law. Multiplication by 0. The product of any integer and 0 is always 0. In general, a into 0 is equal to 0 into a. That is 0. Obviously, minus 2 into 0 is 0. 1 into 0 is 0. Multiplicative identity. The product of any integer and 1 is the integer itself. In general, a into 1 is equal to 1 into a. That is equal to a. Minus 5 into 1 is minus 5. Distributive property. Distributivity of multiplication over addition. If a, b and c are three integers, then a into b plus c is a into b plus a into c. This is known as distributive property. This can be again verified by taking three integers minus 2, 4 and 5. First we add 4 and 5, which is 9. 9 into minus 2 is minus 18. While in RHS part, we see that minus 2 into 4 is minus 8. Minus 2 into minus 2 into 5 is minus 10. Minus 8 into minus 10 is minus 18. So LHS is equal to RHS. Distributivity of multiplication over subtraction. If A, B and C are three integers, then A into B minus C can be written as A into B minus A into C, which can again be verified by taking three integers minus 9, 3 and 2. The LHS part, 3 minus 2 is 1. 1 into minus 9 is minus 9. Let's see the RHS part. 3 into 9 is 27. Minus 27 because 9 is minus 9. Minus 9 into 3 is minus 27. Minus 9 into 2, it is minus 18. Here it's minus sign, so it will be added up. So we see that LHS as well as RHS both are coming to be minus 9. So distributive law for multiplication over subtraction also holds. Now comes the fourth mathematical operation, that is division of integers. What is division? Division is a method of distributing a group of things into equal parts. This is one of the four basic mathematical operations which gives a fair result of sharing. Let's take an example. Suppose you have 20 chocolates which you want to distribute among your 5 friends. Each friend will get 4 chocolates. This is what? Equal division. Each friend is getting 4 chocolates. So this process is division. Dividing 20 by 4 means finding an integer which when multiplied by 4 gives 20. So such an integer is 5 because 5 into 4 is 20. We can also say that division is inverse of multiplication. Rules for division is same that for multiplication. Means if both the integers are positive, then positive or negative. If both the integers are of same sign, then the result will be positive. If either of the two integer is negative, means if one is positive and other is negative, then the result will be negative. Go through this example. 27 divided by 3. Both the integers are positive, so the result is positive, which is 9. Minus 27 divided by minus 3. Both are negative. 27 divided by 3 is 9. We know it is 9. Both the integers are negative, so it will be plus 9. What we do, we simply divide without considering the sign. First we divide without considering the sign. Once we have divided, we get the quotient, then we consider the sign. Now consider the case when both the integers are of different sign. Minus 27 divided by 3. 27 divided by 3 is 9. 1 is negative, so the result will be negative. There is again a self-test. The properties of division. Division of integers does not follow the closure property. Let us consider the following pair of integers. Minus 12 divided by minus 6. It is 2. Result is an integer. Minus 5 divided by minus 10. That is minus 1 upon 2. This is not an integer. So, the division does not hold closure property for integers. Commutative property of division. Division of integer is not commutative for integers. Again, let's consider a few examples. Minus 14 divided by minus 7 is 2. But minus 7 divided by minus 14 is 1 upon 2. So the result is not same in both the cases. So it does not hold commutative property. Let's consider the following pair of integers. Division of an integer by 0. Any integer divided by 0 is meaningless, or we say it is not defined. 5 divided by 0 is not defined. 0 divided by any integer other than 0 it is to be noted, it is mentioned other than 0 is equal to 0, because 0 upon 0, 0 divided by 0 is not defined. That's why it says 0 divided by any integer other than 0 is equal to 0. 0 divided by 6 is 0. 0 divided by 1 is 0. Division of an integer by 1. When we divide an integer by 1, it gives the same integer. Minus 7 divided by 1 is minus 7. Distributive property does not hold for division. Let's check this by taking the three integers as 8, minus 2 and 4. The LHS is 8 divided by B plus C. First we'll solve the bracket part, that is minus 2 plus 4, which is 2. 8 divided by 2 is 4. So LHS is 4. RHS, 8 divided by B, 8 divided by minus 2 is minus 4. 8 divided by C, it means 8 divided by 4, which is 2. Minus 4 plus 2 is minus 2. So LHS and RHS are not same. So we say that distributive property does not hold for division. There are few properties of division which we have dealt earlier here, but in short here, in summary, it is again mentioned here. 8 divided by 1, which we say any number divided by 1 is that number itself. Any number divided by the same number gives 1. Any number divided by negative of that number gives minus 1. Any number divided by minus 1 gives negative of that number. 0 divided by any number is 0. And any number divided by 0 is not defined. Summary. Multiplication is repeated addition. Division is inverse of multiplication. Multiplication and division rules are same. That is, same signs give positive result and different signs give negative result. 1 is the multiplicative identity. Multiplication holds closure, commutative, associative and distributive properties for integers. Division does not hold any of these properties. Thank you.